Hi, my name is Kishana. I'm sitting here with Shelby. How are you doing
Hey,
today,
what's
Shelby?
going on, Kishana?
Nothing much, nothing much. I'm glad you came to sit down and talk with us.
No worries, no worries. Anything for about what
That's what's
you
up.
know.
And we really just want to know, firstly, about Shelby, the man Shelby. Like, how do you go from Chicago to Flint to Atlanta?
It was more Chicago to Flint, by way Miami to Houston, then Atlanta.
Okay, so you can
So,
tell us how that came about.
like I said before earlier, my mother and my grandmother moved from Chicago to Michigan when GM was really, starting up shops. It was plentiful there, and it was new life, new start.
Okay.
After I got shot or whatnot, my brother flew me to Miami. I couldn't walk for 4 years.
Okay.
I couldn't walk at all. So he wanted me to get me out of there and do something different. You know what I'm saying? And we ended up going to Houston, where his wife's family was from, and then we ended back in Miami,
Okay.
and then Atlanta.
Okay.
And, my aunt was like, "Come on down. You do the music thing. You need to come on down here and do it." That's when it wasn't so saturated like it is now.
Okay. And you said you wasn't able to walk for 4 years. That had to be a very tragic experience. How did that happen? What was the shooting like? What was it about? How were they shooting at you? Like, were they trying to?
It was a robbery, and I
Okay.
think they shot first and asked questions later. You know what I'm saying? I was
Okay.
a pretty known dude in Michigan, been a known dude in Michigan. You know what I'm saying? Especially Flint. Shout out to Flint and everything that's going on there now. I just was known. Them guys wasn't even from Flint. They was from another area. And I guess they didn't know who I was, but they knew who I was, that type of thing.
Okay.
So, they shot first, and for a little bit of nothing.
And how was it overcoming that, not being able to walk for 4 years, still trying to have a life? Like, how was it overcoming that whole experience?
Well, when I went to Miami, my brother Bobby, he was like, brought me down there. When you get shot like that, like I got shot 10 times, you tend to, have a lot of pain, your legs pain, and, they coming in and out of numbness. It was crazy, and it went on for years, and I started taking them pain pills, you know what I'm saying? And taking the pain pills was alleviating the pain, you know what I'm saying? So I got real, I always at the doctor, get my pills. My brother just came in there one day, was like, "Yo, bro, you need to get up," you know what I'm saying? You need to get up and do something, you know what I'm saying? And I just like, man, and stop taking them pills, because that's going to keep you hurting. And he took me to his little gym and his little thing, and we started working on my legs. We started working on a lot, my bottom half, he was really working on pushing them. And they came back to life slowly but surely, but it hurt so much when they came back. So, overcoming that part, I think it was tougher for him, the feeling to come back. Like,
Right.
my left foot's still numb, it's completely numb.
Right.
But that was all the way up here. Everything was numb.
Well, thank God for your brother, and just you and your brother
Yeah,
worked hard to
it was,
get you back to normal health and walking and everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And we know you're into music. What is your relationship to music now? Like, who are you? Are you working on anything right now?
Well, actually, I'm working on a project with an artist of mine named Kills. She's a female artist. She's singing rap, and we just did a song called "Scary Movie." It's about abuse. You know what I'm saying? And we did a video, shot a video. It came out pretty good. Before we leave, I'll let y'all check it out.
Okay.
And the single get released in I think another week, and then we're gonna follow up in a couple of weeks after that with the video. But it's real. She brought me back to the music thing to even get on the record, because I was pretty much done. I would produce and help people, but I was pretty much done being an artist.
Okay. So she reached out and wanted you to help her with the music?
Yeah, and that's when she was really serious, and I found that love again.
Okay.
Something different. It was something new, something fresh.
That's good. And we also wanted to know, how did you and Neffe meet?
Oh, me and Neffe met. That's when I was really into the music, when I first got here to Atlanta, and I think it was a couple months after I got here, and I was staying in the house every day. I go to work, and we had a studio, studio set up in the house like everybody else, and my bro was like, man, you need to go over here and just get out away from the studio. You work, and go to the studio, work, you produce. And he's like, man, come on, man, let's jet. I went with him that night, and they got me to freestyling, you know, because I'm one of them dudes that, you know, that could really rap. So, you know, got to freestyling. Neffe seen me freestyling. She jumped up in my face, was doing all what Neffe does, and hey, it was on from there, pretty much.
Okay, and what about y'all's appearance on Iyanla Fix My Life? How was that?
That was more than what I expected. Shout out to Miss V. I went on there thinking one thing, and it was a whole entirely different kind of show. So, you know, she brought things out of my past that I would have never talked about. But at that time, I was already hurting so much, you know, and God sent me there. You know, I could say, because they came looking for us. We didn't go looking for them.
Okay.
You know, I guess they heard what was going on, so they came looking for us more than us when we were looking for them. So, but it was different. It was spiritual. It was uplifting.
Okay.
Shout out to Oprah. You know, they're doing a real thing. Oh, that's a real show. That's not like Love and Hip Hop or Atlanta and things of that nature. It's more than I ever thought it would have been. You know, and you know most men that go on there, so you know they end up the ones getting it. But I just was transparent and told the truth. You know, and I wasn't ashamed that we was homeless. I wasn't ashamed of the things that went on in my life. I let it go.
Right.
I just let it go.
You had to in order for the process to help.
The process, exactly.
Yeah. So what could you say for anybody else that's going through it and is not able to be on Iyanla Fix My Life? Like, what kind of advice would you give them? Like, what were the key points that she pointed out to help you, like, overcome the main things that y'all were going through or that you were going through personally?
To understand that it's a process. You know, going on Atlanta didn't fix my life, but it got me started with the process.
Right.
You know, fixing your life is not just in one day.
Mm-hmm.
You notice the last word is life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a process in life. That's the way I took it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what she did was brought everything to the surface, gave me the tools to do what I needed to do. And it's up to the individual to pursue anything further from that. So, and that's what I did. You know, I started going to therapy. You know, most black people don't go to therapy. I started going to therapy. Started learning myself a little bit more, you know.
Okay. And so as far as giving someone who doesn't have the privilege or will not be able to speak with someone like Iyanla, like, what would you tell them just to...
I mean, depending on the situation, you know, kind of, because your question kind of varies.
What tools did she give you to help you continue on and to say, okay, this is what I need to do. I need to go to therapy. I need to continue to talk to someone about what's going on in my life?
I would say the biggest tool was talking, letting it out.
Okay.
You know, if a person really wants help, they gotta go and talk to somebody, tell somebody. A lot of it was just holding it inside. And for years, you know, just walk around, you know. I didn't even understand what depression was, and I was depressed for a couple of years, you know. And for her to notice that and make me understand it's normal. You know, men go through depression. Men go through different things just like women do. So it gave me how can I say this? The courage to keep going, because I talked about it. And I let it out. I cried, you know. You know, gangster rapper sitting crying, you know.
That means you have a heart.
Yeah.
Right. So with your interesting life, you've been through so much. Do you see film surrounding your life story or a book maybe coming out of this?
Well, actually, right now I'm in the process of writing my book, you know.
Okay.
And that's another outlet, you know. That's an actual outlet too. When you're sitting alone and you writing your past down and you walk away from it. Some things be tougher than others when I'm actually writing, you know, because I'm like in the second chapter, and some things is easier to talk about, some things are tougher, but they have to be talked about to more release.
Understandable. And what's your plans for the future, for the near future?
My plans for the future is the book. You know, you got some acting roles. got some interest in some, you know, maybe a little bit more reality TV, but a different kind of reality TV.
Yeah.
You know, whatever God really got for me right now, you know.
You're open.
I'm open to
As
it,
long
as long
as
as it's
something
positive.
positive.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Understandable. Understandable. So, what are your plans for music in the future, other than what you're working on now with your new artists? Are you gonna take in more artists?
I'm gonna really just finish her, you know, complete her.
Okay.
I was thinking about doing an album, solo album, because I never did a solo album. I did group albums, you know, back in the day, so it was never a solo album. You know, and I think that'll be another way to release, you know, whatever's going on with me until it's completely gone. I'm using that as therapy more than just trying to, you know, get record sales and what's going on, you know.
Understandable.
So that's what I'm gonna do it for if I do it.
Well, that's what's up. Well, we look forward to getting your book. We look forward to hearing your music. We look forward to hearing your new artists, and we look forward to seeing you continue to grow positively.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for stopping by to see us and talk to us again.
Thank you. We hug
We
around
can
here.
hug it out. Thank you, Shelby.
You're now tuned in with Hip Hop Weekly. It's your boy Shelby.